Personally, I want to take that kind of disrespect. I ain't gonna lie. Especially from a guy like that, with that type of forehead, and that type of no. Don't tell me they put him like in a insane asylum. Come on, he only got the doll yesterday. I ain't gonna care. That's what she get for trying to get products off the back street. I ain't gonna care. That's what she get. When you try to get like if you try to get an iPad off the back street, you can't be surprised if like bugs is like it was malware in it, right? You can't be surprised that someone trying to track you through the iPad. You can't be surprised when you buy a back alley doll that he turns into a serial killer. That's your fault. Hey, what's up, everyone? Flair back in with another great video. We finna watch some Chucky. Alright, so this is Child's Play, 1988. It's very close to that year, you know what I mean? But we got the kill count. Recount, I guess. I guess he did this before.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're starting our second look at the Chucky franchise, beginning with the original Child's Play. I first covered this series 5 years ago, back when the Kill Count was a much simpler show. As I did with the Friday the 13th series, I'm going to give Chucky a quote-unquote recount, which again has nothing to do with the number of kills being counted, because that's not really what this show is about anymore. Instead, I'm doing this to take a—
Now, the first one was him trying to get the kid. The second one was him trying to get the kid at a boot camp or something? No. The second one was him trying to get the child that got adopted. The child gets adopted. The third one was him trying to get the kid at the boot camp, right? It was something like that.
A more in-depth look at one of the most enduring franchises in all of horror. Chucky the Killer Doll is nothing short of horror royalty.
That was the worst one. With the Bride of Chucky, then like the Son of Chucky, the Seed of Chucky.
Personally, I think when it comes to mainstream audience,
I never seen this remake because it's on Sci-Fi, and you know Sci-Fi, come on. But I guess they get a season 2, so I guess it's good.
aka not us horror freaks, Chucky might be better known than Jason, Freddy, and Michael. It's debatable for sure, but almost everyone can identify Chucky by both name and—
I ain't gonna care. That's what she get for trying to get products off the back street. I ain't gonna care. That's what she get. When you try to get like if you try to get an iPad off the back street, you can't be surprised if like bugs is like it was malware in it, right? You can't be surprised that someone trying to track you through the iPad. You can't be surprised when you buy a back alley doll that he turns into a serial killer. That's your fault.
And appearance, especially if you were around when Bride came out in the late 90s. He was freaking everywhere.
I'm doing love scenes with Jennifer Tilly, and you're calling me a dummy?
What's even more—
I go like WWE in the 90s. Whoo, that's peak wrestling.
impressive is how many people are scared of the little fucker. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Anecdotally, there's not a single horror villain who I hear more people say scares them. The Chucky franchise is also pretty unique among the major horror properties when it comes to continuity. While the other slasher bigwigs tend to have sequels that ignore previous installments, the Child's Play series has maintained a consistent storyline throughout all 7 of its films, and into its TV series, which premiered on Sci-Fi and USA in 2021. I'll be covering season 1 on the kill count at the end of these recounts, just in time for the season 2 premiere on Wednesday, October 5th. The other awesome thing about the Chucky movies is that—
Can I say something though? Like, the doll weighs like what, 15 ounces? Like, he weighs like 10 ounces, not that heavy. But like, the doll is holding knives and handguns. It's like, bro, it's like you could literally, and I mean literally, punk kick that motherfucker about 20 yards to that trash can, close that lid. How is he getting out? You could shred him in the garbage disposal. How's he getting out? I don't know. Or you could shoot him in the head. He's not getting up.
Even though the story remains unbroken across its 34 years of existence, the movies vary greatly in tone and style, giving viewers a nice sampling of the horror genre.
He took someone's head off in the show? Or the rip? Like, he took someone's head off? Listen, he might be better than Freddy Krueger, man.
All the sequels, to some degree, are horror comedies, thanks to Chucky's predilection for wisecracks and one-liners.
How's it hanging, Phil?
Don't fuck with the Chuck.
Hey, kid. I'm gonna go kill your sister. You wanna come?
But the grounded stories of parts 2 and 3 are way different than the meta-comedies of Bride and Seed, which are different still from the gothic Curse of Chucky and the blinding white clinical Cult of Chucky.
That's horrible. That's just... They just straight run the train on this series. Like, why the fuck would there be a Cult of Chucky?
Helming the character and franchise throughout all these changes has been Don Mancini.
Okay, the kid brought the doll to school. Did he get bullied? As expected, right? Oh, I just playing.
Who came up with the idea and co-wrote the script for the original film. Mancini would co-write or write every single Chucky film and direct the last 3 himself before going on to create and run the TV show. He's built a loyal group
He might as well just... I get what he created Chucky, I guess. It seemed like it.
of cast and crew members who have followed him through all the ups and downs of the series. It's become a family franchise. Literally, there are generations of...
Can 2 plastic dolls have sex and procreate? Like how did they make the seed of Chucky? Like, did they prey on it? Like, I don't understand.
families working together to bring us more Chucky. I think that's great. Just like I think it's great that the series is so gay. As a gay man, Don Mancini was willing to make these movies
That was him that said it, not me.
inclusive, even when the US was
YouTube, that was him.
much more homophobic. In fact, Chucky is probably the most queer-friendly franchise in all of horror.
See, he cleaned it up. See, YouTube, he cleaned it up.
I have a queer kid.
You have a kid.
Gender fluid.
Every legend starts somewhere, and Chucky's begins with the original Child's Play. Created and released in 1988, this movie is a bit of an outlier when compared to everything that would follow. It's much more serious than its sequels, just as much a psychological thriller as it is a slasher. Chucky lies low for half the damn movie, and I think only spits out a single pun, maybe 2. Mancini's original script was rewritten many times over, with John LaFia and director Tom Holland, no, not
Oh, I was about to say. We got Spider-Man on the scene. Oh, man. Oh, moneymaker.
that one, receiving co-writer credits. There is so much to say about the production of this film, a lot of which would have implications for the rest of the series. But I've given this episode enough of an intro. Let's once again
I like the shirt. That shirt is fire. I ain't gonna cap.
get to the kills. The movie begins with a Chi-Town chase. Detective Mike Norris tries to catch up to the Lakeshore Strangler Charles Lee Ray, but this is a mustard-only town, so the hot dog detective takes a shot that hits Ray right in the buttock.
I was about to say, shoot him in the leg. It's like, shoot him in the ankle. You like 5 feet away from him. Like, why don't you just shoot him in his thigh? I mean, you shot him in the ass, so it is what it is.
Though he's good at sit-up gunfire, Ray's confidant, Eddie Caputo, decides to play it safe and drive away, leaving Ray behind.
Eddie, help me! Eddie, don't leave me, God, no!
These cops are horrible. Like, you're like, come on, you're in the car. You're like 3-4 inches away from him. You can't run him over. I mean, you can't tackle him. No. He does have a gun. He has a 6-shooter, though. Like, the 80s.
Charles Lee Ray is played by a 37-year-old Brad Dourif, who had an Oscar nom from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and who is always a delight to watch and listen to. We've seen him on this channel in Alien Resurrection and Rob Zombie's Halloweens. He was cast by director Tom Holland after playing the villain in Fatal Beauty, Holland's Whoopi Goldberg action comedy thriller. Okay. Hoping to nab a copy of Fireball Island, Ray shoots his way into a toy store. Norris follows. Hey, while you're in there, detective, could you please pick me up a title card? His shopping complete, Norris moves on to shooting Ray and trying to eat.
He's been shot twice. How does he have enough time to conjure the spirit or whatever the hell he did to get his soul inside the doll? How? We'll see.
His gloves. Pewy! Ray realizes he's dying and swears revenge on Norris and his cowardly partner Eddie. But probably some matter what, right?
No matter what!
Oh, my bad. No matter what. He makes his way past a fucking good guy SMG and takes the absolute clumsiest fall imaginable straight into a stack of good guy dolls. Ray's looking
He should have died right there. Like, you know how hard those boxes are? Those are some hard ass boxes, man. He should have bled out right there.
to escape through the power of voodoo, so it's a good thing he saw this baby doll. He launches into an incantation to begin a soul migration.
Give me the power, I beg of you!
This brings on a bunch of Gozerian clouds, and eventually, with more
Now, what if he failed? He fell on the Chucky doll. What if he fell on a toy dinosaur, or like a toy cowboy? What if he fell into a toy cowboy, a plastic one that's 4 centimeters tall, and he turned into this serial? Could you imagine him turning into a toy piggy bank? The movie would be over in 5 seconds. He will be crushed.
or chanting a full-on explosion that sends Mike Norris back in a wire stunt and sets the store on fire all over the place. Hell yeah! I'm obsessed with practical stunts, and it's hard to beat an exploding building. I mean, they blew this shit the fuck up. Afterward, Mike Norris finds Charles Lee Ray dead among the wreckage. And yes, I'm counting this as a death, even though we all know he just played Hide the Soul. It's the 6th birthday of Andy Barclay, a good guy fanatic whose thoughts echo longtime Dead Meat fans watching this recount.
I saw this one.
The cute little breakfast monster craps his pajama pants when he sees this on the TV. No, not the terrifying giant Chucky, but the rollout of the latest good guy doll.
Hi, I'm Oscar, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho! Ha ha ha!
Oh, Andy, if only you could have wound up with Oscar. I know it's the director who should get credit/blame for child acting, but god damn it, you can't help but be amazed by Alex Vincent. The whole movie rests on this 6-year-old actor, and he nails his part so intuitively. Andy's single mom, Karen Barclay, truly loves her kid, but she can't afford to give him all the horrifying dolls he wants.
You want some toys, don't you?
Yeah, or maybe he just wanted you to pack those clothes in a size-appropriate box, Karen.
Why don't you just give him an Atari? Like, why don't you just give him like an NES or whatever the hell game was in the 80s? Like, why? Out of all things, she could have got him at that back alley store, you know, Canarsie Street. The plethora of items she could have got his ass at the Canarsie Plaza. She got him a doll, not a game system. She could have got his ass with a car. She really could have got him a car at Canarsie Avenue, man. It's crazy.
Andy's enthrallment with a toy because of marketing comes from Don Mancini's original script, which he wrote as a student at UCLA. Initially called Bad...
He was writing this in college? I guess.
He's not in...
Because it's like, you know, the film students, they like, every movie is fucking horrible to film study students, but like, I guess in the 80s, they had real talent, you know what I mean?
Changed to Blood Buddies due to a Steven Spielberg film, it was a satirical look at advertising, which Mancini's father worked in. Mancini noted the insane popularity of the Cabbage Patch Kids in 1983 and My Buddy Dolls in 85. These toys, along with Trilogy of Terror, Magic, and The Twilight Zone, inspired...
Well, so what year did the Care Bears come out? Like the late 90s, 2000s? Because I'm like... I grew up on I didn't have a Care Bear. I had a cousin. She had a Care Bear. But like, when did the Care Bears start coming out? In like 90s, right? What if Charles went into a Care Bear doll? That'd be even funner, more fun. He could have been like love or like happiness or luck. You know what I mean? Or envy, whatever.
Him to write about a killer doll. Producer David Kirshner bought the script and added the so-called Frankenstein moment when the doll is brought to life. He also came up with the name Charles Lee Ray, based on 3 real men who scared him: Charles Manson, Lee Harvey Oswald, and Ray Romano.
All serial killers, huh? Okay.
Nope, sorry, James Earl Ray. It's Mancini and Kirshner who have stuck with the series over more than 30 years, which is why they sometimes joke that they're the horror genre's Broccoli's, the family who have run the James Bond franchise for decades. Of course, this first movie rules on its own, and a huge part of that is director Tom Holland, who had done Fright Night a few years prior.
Damn, look at his teeth. Why he got them snaggers like that? He was a werewolf or something?
Holland extensively rewrote Mancini's script, as did John LaFia, who was brought on by Studio United artists. Holland and LaFia removed the toy marketing through line and made Karen a struggling single mother, which I think was a great choice. She works at the now...
I bet the original script, they was like in a loving marriage, wife, husband, son, a dog, and it wasn't in the city, they was like in a suburb somewhere. Yeah, I know.
Closed Carson Peary Scott department store downtown. It's the perfect place to get good guys.
Canarsie Avenue, the Canarsie Street. And she buying it from a bum too. I mean, hey, that's a money-making individual.
Dolls for cheap from Dirty Man.
How do we know the damn thing isn't stolen, huh?
Steal this.
Haha.
Steal the cock, Karen. But yeah, like, come on, let's be honest. It's stolen. Everything he has is stolen. You think he can't even buy a pack of gum. Everything is stolen.
Come along, Maggie. Of course this doll is stolen. Inside, this Karen doesn't want to speak to her manager since he's given her an extra shift tonight.
It's my son's birthday.
Mrs. Bar...
Who gives a damn? You better sell these necklaces and these pearls. I mean, come on. This is Tiffany's.
Clay, are you happy with your job here?
Yes, of course I am.
Then I suggest...
Listen, I would have... Personally, I wouldn't take that kind of disrespect. I ain't gonna lie. Especially from a guy like that. with that type of forehead and that type of no. I might as well go thug it out at Canarsie Street. I'm not dealing with this dude.
Hey, chill out, would you, Walter?
Thankfully, her spunky
Look, bro. I couldn't. Not gonna lie. No. I'm gonna have to pack it up. I'm gonna have to take myself to Canarsie Street and sell them diamonds for fake.
best friend Maggie offers to babysit. Maggie's played by Dinah Manoff, who 10 years earlier was Marty Maraschino in Grease. Marty was like second in command of the—
I was wondering, like, what happened? I've watched Grease so many times, and no one but John Travolta became famous. I was like, who else became famous? No one. That's the 60s for you.
Pink ladies, y'all. And as the Grease fandom wiki states, the prettiest, hottest, most attractive, and most beautiful member. Yeah, but how'd she look though? Karen's given just enough time before work to deliver a lifetime of trauma to her son.
Hi, I'm Andy. What's your name? Hi, I'm Chucky.
I don't think that's how that worked. I don't think in the 80s, I don't think you talk to the doll, and the doll talk, no. This is like, come on, this is the 80s. You have to pull the string from his back like Woody. You can't just, this ain't no thanks, Cortana.
And I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho.
3 men are primarily responsible for Chucky's universally recognizable appearance. Don Mancini described
Like, did you see the wig on that original Chucky doll? Why did they make it so big?
Chucky's look in his script, which producer Kirshner used to make sketches, both of Chucky as a good guy doll and in his scarier possessed form. Based on Kirshner's design.
So, the scarier possessed form grows hair? I mean, yeah, he turned to, yeah.
The physical doll was then built by Kevin Yeager, a special effects artist who had already worked on a Friday the 13th and a couple of Nightmare films. He did Freddy's Part 2 make.
Listen, Freddy is one of the most disgusting villains ever. He was a predator to teens, only teens. He used to come and attack them at night, do all wild things. He was a predator for real.
And the animatronic Freddy Snake in Dream Warrior.
But I ain't gonna lie though, like, I feel like Proactive like just destroy Freddy Krueger. Like, I don't understand how they ain't just grab they lotions and they skin creams and just throw it all on him at once. Like, he would have melted. I ain't gonna lie. He's like a living tumor.
We'll talk more about his animatronics later, but Child's Play wound up being important for Yeager in another way. He and star Catherine Hicks fell in love, married 2 years later, and are still together today after 32 years.
They ain't need Tinder. They ain't need none of that. No Bumble. No. They met on the scene.
Already heard the name Kevin Yeager, and I'd seen you with the puppeteers, and I thought, oh my God, he's so cute.
You don't remember meeting me the first time. I walked up, Miss Hicks, and I handed you the doll, and you were hot.
Andy takes to Chucky immediately, teaching him all
W-Riz. Oh, my fault. That's dead. My bad.
sorts of important life skills.
That's how you build things.
All Chuck wants to do is watch the news about Eddie Caputo, but Maggie's too tired after splitting the diopter all night. She tells the boys it's Betty Bye time and drags Chucky to the room by a dislocated arm. While Andy gets ready for bed, haha, mad dog! Chucky can't help but get more boob tube action in. Be grateful it's just the news, Maggie. Knowing Chucky, I'm surprised it's not scrambled porn. The movie's
I would have threw his ass in the closet, on God, and locked that door. No TV for you, man.
His first act is mysterious, never completely confirming that Chucky is possessed.
And why is that doll bigger than him? Like, why is that doll bigger than the child? Come on.
Sure, we saw Brad Dourif do some voodoo, and the doll turned its head towards the news, but it waits to play its hand for a good long while.
I told you she'd be mad at you if you watched the news.
Like, this whole long-ass shot that zooms in on Chucky's dumb face never once betrays so much as a twitch or an eyelid flutter. Chucky was much more lively and present in the original cut, which was put together by director Tom Holland and ran more than 2 hours long. For whatever reason, during production, tensions arose between Holland and the man who hired him, producer Kirshner. When filming ended, Holland left the project, and Kirshner brought in Mancini to get his input on the edit. They decided to go the route of Alien and Jaws, and cut out a half hour of Chucky footage from the movie's first half. It is—
Thank God. Who wants to watch a 2-hour movie of a fucking dog killing people? Like, save that shit for something more important. You know what I mean? Like Black Adam.
Incredibly rare for a movie screenwriter to have anything to do with its editing process. By inviting Mancini to help him, Kirshner solidified their friendship and creative partnership that continues to this day. The ambiguity continues when a small figure runs around in the background. That could have been Andy. I mean, we know it's not, but the audience never conclusively sees the other side of this attack on Maggie. Unless by the other side, you mean the other side.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. This 80 effect shit. No, you cannot convince me that a doll hit this woman, an adult woman, so hard with a hammer that she flew 10 feet. She flew from the living room to the kitchen, out of the kitchen window, off of one hammer hit from a doll, from the strength of a doll. No, I'm not going for that. That's no.
Side of this window on a high floor of the Brewster apartments. Maggie falls out of it to her death on top of a truck, leaving an
damn. That man. You know people can survive that, right? It's crazy, but people do survive that.
empty nest behind. Karen gets home and waves goodbye to someone.
Yeah, what the fuck? She waving to some strangers on the bus? Like, what? I guess they're regulars. I guess she regularly rides the bus.
On the bus, then runs into her apartment to see what the flutter-handed fuss is all about. Damn, them cops making themselves at home here.
Yeah, like someone ain't just died in that apartment. Like this motherfucker here reading the newspaper. Listen, man.
She finds her kid and hugs him, then meets Detective Mike Norris. He has the job of delicately telling her that her best friend is dead.
Miss Peterson's dead, Miss Barkley.
What?
Jeez, dude, want to sand off an edge there, maybe?
How?
She fell from your kitchen window.
I guess not. Norris is played by Chris Sarandon, who had been in The Princess Bride and director Holland's Fright Night, and who would go on to be the speaking voice of Jack Skellington. This humperdick suspects Maggie didn't just fall. Maybe she was pushed by a tiny being. A tiny being like Andy. Yeah, you kid, show me your shoes. Andy's feet ain't dusty like the prints on the countertop, but later, Andy notices that Chucky's chucks are. Quick!
Yeah, they ain't checked the doll's feet? What type of detective work is this? They ain't check the doll? You gotta check every you have to check every nook and cranny, man. You can't leave no stone unturned. What is this? This is not...
Quick, better tell the grown-ups, Andy, even if you stumble with your line.
Mommy, I know who is on the kitchen counter.
Andy.
Who, Andy?
I thought I told.
Who?
Yeah, like, come on. The mom trying to silence the kid. Let him speak. He's about to tattletale. Let him... He about to snitch. He about to snitch.
This kid's cuteness should be outlawed.
But Mom...
Outlawed, I say! After sending the cops home, Karen questions her kid, but that boy's been hanging out with a bad influence.
He said that Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved.
Alex Vincent was so...
Why would he... Come on now. Come on. Why would he just say that? He wouldn't just say that. Come on. Come on, Mom. Come on, 80s Mom.
So hesitant to swear, he pretended he couldn't remember that line during his audition.
I knew the line, I just couldn't say it in front of you. I couldn't get my...
Did he... Oh, this is like what, an anniversary? Cause like, I'm about to say, ain't no damn way that he just grew up like that.
myself to say it.
It's clear he was a mature kid, and everyone appreciated his professionalism.
He was great from the, he never looked at it and was frightened of it. He was a great kid to work with.
He was also never afraid of the Chucky doll on set, because, as he'd always say, when they called cut, it would stop trying to kill him. Chucky's already isolating Andy from the people around him, which won't stay true of Karen for long, but will be an ongoing thing for the poor kid.
You're right, Chucky. She didn't believe me.
What's great is how clever Chucky is to not say anything suspicious when he knows other people are around.
Hi, I like to be hugged. Good. I'd love to hug you.
This nigga is laying up with a fucking doll. Bro, I think that the doll weighs more than the child. I ain't gonna count. That big ass head, I swear that doll probably weighs like 60 pounds. I bet that doll weighs way more than that child. This nigga over here spooning the fucking doll. Man.
And for that one final night, everything was okay. The next day, Andy and Chucky...
Oh, we're just gonna act like her friend and just get thrown out the window. Oh, fuck. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Alright? It was his birthday yesterday. Your friend died, but who gives a fuck? He has to go to school in the morning. Who cares?
Don't want to go to school with all the...
And who gives a fuck that he's taking his fucking birthday present to school? Who gives a fuck? Who cares about anything? Nothing. No. Usually, if someone died in someone's apartment, usually like they'll have to leave the premises for like forensics or something. But it is the '80s, so they really have forensics back then. So like you just get to live in the same house that your fucking friend died 12 hours ago. Yeah, good job, go to work.
Lesser good guy dolls. Instead,
damn, everyone got a good dog. My bad. Everyone got a goddamn good guy dog. My bad.
Chucky has Andy take him on the goddamn L train all the way to the.
Yeah, this is an age move for real. Ain't no damn way all them grown ass adults see a damn 6-year-old child with his doll on the train alone and just like, oh fuck, I gotta get to work. I gotta go read Starbucks coffee, whatever, I don't know.
Southside's famed Burning Barrel district.
And this nigga went to Bronx? This nigga went to the Bronx? Or Harlem, whatever. I mean, I heard the Bronx was dirty, so I don't know.
One of my favorite parts about Child's Play is how much of Chicago we get to see.
Oh, this is Chicago. Oh, my bad, I thought this was New York.
While interiors were mostly filmed.
This nigga went to O Block, what?
On sets in Culver City in Los Angeles, production began with all the exterior shoots in Chicago in January 1988. True to Chicago in January, it was a very cold shoot.
My vocal cords froze in my throat.
Like I always say, it's great when a movie shows a snapshot of a city in time. Child's Play shows us several different parts of late 80s Chicago, and I love it. Chucky's guided tour of the city takes Andy to Eddie Caputo's hideout /
Okay. Time out. So Eddie Caputo lived, what, 3 minutes away from where Kanye's house was? And where, I guess, 15 minutes away from where Chief Keef's house was and Vaughn's house. This nigga living off of pork and beans, and I see rats. You sure this ain't the Bronx? The rats? No? Okay.
/ rat sanctuary. Come one, come all, rats. Your safe haven is here. While Andy's tinkling in a trash pile, Chucky holds his thumbstick down to first-person sprint across the
I'm saying this nigga is just running. Ain't no one trying to steal him?
Street. Inside the house, Chucky turns on the stove and blows out the pilot light. Eddie, hearing that he's not alone, takes out his gun and slinks around the house. A laugh lures him into the kitchen.
Could you imagine how bad he smelled? I bet that whole house stank, man. I can only imagine. He smelled like just broke, just like homelessness, cause he's homeless. He's homeless, all right. He is a thug and he's homeless. It smells so homeless.
Where he fires and blows himself up along with the whole damn house. Oh my.
Okay, how much time out? Do you know how much gas had to accumulate throughout the house for that to happen? Like, he just turned off the pilot. Like, 80s, man, the 80s.
My God, they did it again! They blew up a whole fucking building! Yes! That ain't no bootleg death blow. Karen's called into the police station, where Andy is enduring a little good guy, bad cop. He insists to the adults that Chucky's
he's 6 years old. He shouldn't, no, like, come on. No detective should be interrogating a 6-year-old without some adult present, like his guardian or his parent, a lawyer. We just breaking the law, okay.
He's behind all of this, but the doll won't loosen his plastic lips.
Come on, Chucky, say something. Tell me why you lied to me about everything.
Man, this scene hits hard.
Is he in the padded? Hold on, is that a padded room he in? Did they put this? Don't tell me they put him like in a insane asylum. Come on, he only got the doll yesterday. Let him play with the doll before he gets put in Arkham Asylum.
Morris and Karen are heartbroken about Andy's state, and Andy's so frustrated that his best friend is betraying him.
Mommy, he's doing.
Well, like, yeah, you have to think about it. Why would this kid just go to the south side of Chicago, like all the years that he was alive? Like, he just decided to skip school and go to the south side of Chicago, and just so happened that a house blows up. Like, something's not. Come on.
Doing it on purpose. He told me never to tell about him or he'd kill me.
Andy is left with a doctor who looks like a game show host. So Karen returns home with Chuck.
Why are they keeping the doll? Why throw the fucker away? Throw that fucking hunk of fucking plastic away. It obviously has like it's voodoo. It's voodoo. Throw it away. It's voodoo.
By herself. She's not sure what to think of this doll since her
it's voodoo. But no one cares about voodoo.
Sweet little son is so insistent that he's a bad guy.
Say something, damn it!
Hi, I like to be hugged.
The Chuckster's just...
Come on. I would have been through that bitch out the window. Just like how Maggie got thrown out the window, you know?
About got her fooled when she finds out he's running without batteries in a chilling reveal done masterfully. With the batteries out of the box, the cat's out of the bag. That Chucky's being powered by nothing but jump scares.
I'm surprised it was like a little heart in there, like a little esophagus or something in there. I'm surprised, like a little lung or something, huh?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Karen threatens to burn Chucky in the fire.
There we go. Let's cut this movie short. Throw that bitch in the fire. Let's go.
Place, which finally gets him to reveal himself.
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
With those.
Now, how strong is his? She's not even holding the doll. How? I guess he's holding on to her because I'm like, how is he still in the air? But how strong? Listen, if a doll just attacked me, I'm holding this motherfucker by his throat like this. I'm holding him by his little plastic throat. And I'm Michael Vick throwing his ass into the fire. Like, come on. I'm treating this nigga like how Patrick Mahomes treats the football. I'm throwing this nigga 50 yards.
Immortal, vulgar words, Chucky immediately establishes himself as one of the nasty.
Like, he is assaulting this woman. How strong or how, like, slick is this doll? I could only imagine, like, how, like, strong is his doll really? To where he's biting and he has this woman on the ground like this.
Little fucks you'll ever see. Chucky scream bites Karen on the arm, and when she tosses.
That is plastic. Like, how does that hurt? Like, it's plastic.
Him aside, the doll gets right.
You threw him the wrong way. You're supposed to throw him in the fireplace. You threw him over the couch. Now he has room to escape because he's a doll.
Right back up and skedaddles. She's unable to keep up with the elevator he takes down, so by time.
This nigga hit a lick, he's gone. Just like that. No one has in Chicago, no one has a gun. No one has a gun, huh? No one has a gun, a weapon, no. We just living carefree in fucking Chicago, huh? Okay. This might as well have just been filmed in Detroit, because, like, this is reckless.
Time she gets out to the street, she's lost him. Chucky's voiced by Brad Dourif, but that wasn't always going to be the case. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he was initially hired to only be Charles Lee Ray. It's confusing, because he definitely did rehearsals as Chucky, even physically acting like the doll.
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut!
Still, an early cut of the movie had Chucky voiced by the incredible, amazing late Jessica Walter, who would wind up using her voice talents in Archer.
You little... Ow! Ow! Had
Cut
me
it
worried
out.
sick!
Mother! Stop it!
However,
He was going to sell it as a girl? As a woman? I guess.
the Jessica Walter version did poorly at test screenings.
And it's really funny because Chucky sounds gay.
Dourif came back in and used his worm tongue to re-record all of Chucky's lines, using a voice that sounds like a caricature of his One Flew co-star Jack Nicholson. As for the good guy doll's voice, that was done by an actual 9-year-old Eden Gross, who would play a young Al Bundy and Married with Children the same year. Finally, John Franklin from Children of the Corn also lent his voice to the movie, as the Nightmare Chucky suit guy on TV.
We even turn our heads and blink our eyes when you talk to us.
Karen finds Detective Norris and tells him the doll did it, but this Pumpkin King has grown so tired of hearing the same old thing.
Good night, Mrs. Barton.
Undeterred, Karen's
No. That's not how it goes. It's obvious that something is mentally wrong with both the mom and the child. It's time to evacuate them into a mental facility for 48 hours to do a little check on them to see if did they kill Maggie? Like, what's going on? Like, how did the kid end up on the south side of Chicago? And like, come on, let's do some cop work. Please.
says she's going to find the peddler that sold her Chucky in the first place. She heads there and after searching in pantomime, finds the ribald doll dude.
Mister, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about you hurting him, Karen. In fact, he immediately tries to sexually assault.
Wow, I mean, it's the 80s. They could have got away. They get away with this, but like, come on.
Till Norris shows up with a knee to the groin. He tells the peddler there will be great suffering in Gildor if he doesn't tell him where he got the.
I mean, he already committed a crime. That's assault. So either way, he should be going downtown. But you know, it's an 80s movie, so we have bigger fishes to fry. So the assaulter gets to go free. The assaulter gets to go. There's one chance. He gets this one free ticket to leave. All right, even though he just assaulted a woman. Bye-bye.
Doll. The peddler says he found it in a burnt-out toy store, a place Norris is familiar with.
Charles Lee Ray died there.
Who? Come on, Karen, pay it.
You don't watch the news, Karen? See, I was on your side because like I feel bad for you, but since you don't watch the news, I don't know anymore. You're not up to current events like how I thought you were.
Attention to your kid. He done told you.
His real name is Charles Lee Ray.
Norris mentions the lightning strike and Ray's dying promise to kill him and Eddie Caputo.
No matter what!
And that's enough to convince Karen Barkley that her son has been right all along.
I found out that Chucky is Charles Lee Ray.
Norris still doesn't believe her, which is to his detriment, because that killer doll's in his car's back seat, and he's eager to get lethal vengeance.
Good night, asshole!
The ensuing scene is full of car crashes, a cigarette lighter to Chucky's face, and a dangerous knife stab.
Oh my god, oh, that's... Woo! He almost cut the family jewels. With a kitchen knife, no less.
Damn, Chucky, you down with incantations?
Oh no, he trying to get his ass. Never mind. Oh, he trying to... that's even worse.
And castrations? The entire time this is happening.
Ain't no way this nigga... Ain't no way that car... Ain't no. He got both his feet on the dashboard, and that car's still going 60 miles per hour? I don't think so.
Though, I'm wondering why Norris doesn't just pull over, man.
No, because the knife about to hit his anus rectum. So, I mean, like, he can't pull over. Because if he does, that knife is touching that G-spot, and that shit's not going to be good.
Eventually, the car flips over, and this movie's third...
That reminds me of, like, Fast and the Furious, man. Shit, Fast and the Furious 1988.
Third awesome practical stunt. Chucky reveals that he's the Lakeshore Strangler because his stabbing has terrible aim. He gloats that Norris can't hurt him in this body, but a gunshot sends him screaming and running away. He heads to the home of...
Okay, he know that shit hurt. that slugger hit him right in the cotton.
His voodoo priest, Dr. John, which is where the Chucky...
I guess that's where he learned voodoo. Cause like, who's this random black man with pearls? The voodoo priest.
Animatronics really get to shine.
It's me, Chucky. What do you think? The gree work?
While Gremlins had shown off recent advancements in animatronics,
I like the Gremlins used to scare the shit out of me when I watched that movie, man. I was like, ain't no way that all these nasty ass gremlin lizard like monsters are just chilling like this. That shit scared the hell out of me, man. Especially when they was like, one of them got put into the microwave.
Chucky was a whole different ballgame. 9 different animatronic dolls were used, many of them designed for specific purposes. When they needed Chucky to walk, they used the model with a servo motor, like you'd find in a radio-controlled car. When they needed Chucky to make grand gestures and be demonstrative, they would use the cable model that gave them finer control.
But it look like these niggas on VR right now. I ain't gonna count. This was VR before VR.
Over his body parts. Other models included one that was essentially just a rod puppet, and one that simply flailed around thanks to a power drill motor in its body. These animatronics were controlled by groups of up to 9 dudes, each operating a specific part of the Chuckster. Sometimes working beneath sets built 6 feet off the ground, one person would control blinking and the movement of Chucky's eyeballs. A different person would handle the eyebrows, yet another his cheeks. The late puppeteer Brock Winkless would manipulate Chucky's jaws with a mask-like apparatus, while simultaneously controlling his lips with a bunch of joysticks. Holy shit.
Sleepy, cause I'm tired.
People were so smart, man. These movie people, like, very intelligent people. To come up with that type of... That's very impressive. I ain't gonna lie. I like this.
The puppeteers grew more comfortable as production went on, so they'd loosen up and give the doll more and more personality. Chucky's voodoo is John...
Boy, I thought that was Bill Cosby. I was like, what the fuck?
Bishop, aka Dr. Death. He's the one who taught him how to do the Dambala, which is...
First of all, what did he just say? And 2, they have a shrine to him? I guess he's a voodoo priest for real.
Part of a voodoo spell to give someone life after death. But now Chucky's starting to suffer in this body.
Last night I got shot. You know something? It hurt. It hurt like a son of a bitch, it even bled.
The doll body is becoming more human, and that's reflected by his change in appearance. His skin has changed from shiny plastic to fleshy with imperfections. His eyes have grown sunken, and his hairline receded, giving him a Jack Nicholson appearance to match his voice. But Dr. Facilier doesn't want to help Chucky, because he's no longer...
Why would he? It's a damn doll. Who gives a... He's going to die. He's going to die. Who cares? I wouldn't want to save him either.
Proud of his work.
You're an abomination. An outrage against nature.
I mean, dude's not wrong. Chucky takes Dr. John down with a voodoo doll.
Oh, how did he get the voodoo doll? Did he make it himself? Like, how did he conjure up a voodoo doll? Like, it's like that Ace in the Hole, huh?
Something that's weird to see in a Chucky movie in retrospect. This voodoo element was the biggest change director Holland made to the script. You get the sense that Mancini wasn't a fan.
Well, that's a whole other kind of magic that's going on in this movie, so it's like...
I agree, but you know, it's already like ridiculous with the magic, so let's go on.
Like, well, if he has a voodoo doll of this guy, why can't he make voodoo dolls of all the other people he wants to kill? Probably better.
I guess it takes time and you need like hair, whatever. I don't even know about voodoo, I don't care.
That's not to think about it too much.
Holland also wrote in the next thing that John tells Chucky under duress. To get out of this doll body, he'll have to transfer his soul into the first person he told his real identity to.
What type of bullshit is that? What the fuck? What type of... That's some bullshit. I ain't gonna cap. To get out that body, you have to find the first person who touched you on your left foot. Like, what the fuck you talking about? That shit makes no sense.
I don't believe it.
Well, believe it, Chuck, and try not to be weird about it, okay?
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
Damn it.
Whoa, hey, yo.
Chucky phrasing! On his way out, Chucky stabs the voodoo doll, fatally wounding John Bishop before he's found by Norris and Karen. His last words are to tell them the trick to destroying Chucky.
Through the heart.
Well, his last...
Oh, like a vampire. Okay, like just stab it through the heart. What if I cut off his head? I guess he'll still be living, huh? If I cut off his head, it got to be the heart, right? Even though he's still turning into a human being as the days go by. Movie magic.
Words and half words, I guess. With Chucky's doll.
And why is she touching him? That's a fucking crime scene. Why is she touching that body? He's bleeding. He got Kool-Aid all over him. What is this movie, man?
Body turning human, he's racing to get his soul out of this plastic prison. No one at the kid jail believes Andy, of course, and after some...
They put his ass in... They put him in a... Hold on, they put him in juvie. Look at him crying, too. They put him in juvie. Good, I guess he did. Somehow they think he blew up the house.
Heartbreaking tears, he's left getting chased by Chucky, who's depicted in various...
In juvie? This motherfucker broke into juvie? Like Chucky or Jason Bourne, like, come on.
Ways, including this thing that lives in my nightmares. Andy flees to an operating room where Chucky's attacks leave him scared and having to arm himself with a scalpel. Oh my god, someone please tell me that thing has been dulled. I am so worried for Alex Vincent with how he keeps tripping all over the place. A doctor named Ardmore appears and tries to treat Andy's troubles with sedation. No fair, no fair. Chucky treats the doc like a regular Judd Crandall. Then
did he stab him in his artery? Oh my god, that shit just like a gusher.
Fixes to his head an electroshock thingy. As Andy screams,
okay, now the murderer is getting crazy. You telling me he's about to electrocute this dude to death?
For him to stop, Chucky turns on the juice and gets Ardmore's head smoking. It's sad how scared Andy gets.
Oh fuck no! You telling me that he electrocuted him so bad his face started like catching like coal on his? He got coal on his face. Is that what's
of this kill as he runs or trips away? I could have used some better burnt.
I would say it looked like he getting. I don't know about getting electrocuted. Like he getting fucked. I don't know.
Makeup though. Karen and Norris get to the hospital too late, but Karen knows Andy will.
Come on, we gotta follow the trail. Find the child. Find the kid.
Return home on his own. He does and barricades the front door.
Oh my god. Okay, so this kid's a genius. 6 years old. He knows the whole layout of the city of Chicago, or it's like the police station like down the street from his house. Like quit. He somehow got home by himself. Like not like.
Before ducking into the closet so he can play at Laurie Strode. Chucky makes his way up to the apartment, suffering an insult along the way.
Ugly doll.
Fuck you.
With the front door barred, the guy in the Chucky suit will have to get in the festive way. He's right here, and he ain't no Santa Claus. Chuck stalks around with his voodoo knife and remembers that it's Andy's birthday. As a gift, Chucky bequeaths unto Andy his first ever punny one-liner. The first of...
He killed him. Cause that's not like one of those wiffle bats. That's an actual wooden bat. He killed that kid. That's a 6-year-old kid cranium. He killed the boy.
So fucking many. With a body at his disposal, Chucky gets to the chanting.
Ade Dewey Dembella.
I ain't gonna lie, it sounded like he trying to order something from I ain't gonna say, I don't know how I was finna go with that.
Words bring all the clouds to the town, and they're like, we're bringing...
I'm like, it was just a sunny day, like... Why bring the clouds into this?
Rain down. Damn right, this is a lightning round. He could teach you, but he murdered the guy who taught him. It's a good thing the original incantation recitation takes so long, because Karen and Norris are able to get—
It does? Because I could have swore it took only like 5 seconds when at the beginning of the movie when he first did it with the doll. It took like 5 seconds. Oh, but now it takes a long time because we had the cop and the mom has to get to the goddamn apartment. Okay.
Get inside and stop Chucky before he can finish the job. Norris hunts for Chucky.
Why do you keep fucking throwing the doll? Why? Grab him by his overalls and throw his ass into the fucking furnace. Why do we keep throwing him like a baseball?
In Karen's hideous bedroom. Come on, lady, why you?
Yeah. That's L interior. It's like, come on, like look at that. That was that a closet? What is that? It looks like a 1840 like. I don't know what I was finna say with that.
Decorating like this a Holiday Inn Express. Chucky takes out the detective with a bat before Karen.
I'm like, how fast is this nigga, man? The doll is made out of cotton. How fast is he moving? Like, is he Usain Bolt? Like, he just speed blitzed a whole human being and just hit him in the head all at once while screaming, because he was screaming all at once. And, like, the cop just like, nigga, come on.
Karen shoots him away. He doesn't like that.
He shouldn't be moving. He got shot in the leg. He shouldn't be moving. How's he still moving? He got shot in the leg. I thought he was turning into a human. He got shot in the leg. He should not be moving.
I love that fucking yell. She's able to get Chucky into the fire.
Okay. Step 1, throw the doll into the fireplace. Step 2, light his ass on fire. Let's see how this goes.
Like she threatened to do earlier, and with him shaking like a Furby to get out, it's up to Andy to ultimately light the fire for.
I ain't gonna lie, this doll must be strong as hell, because like ain't no way. That doll, I swear that doll got weigh like 60 pounds, because like I don't.
His best friend.
We're friends to the end, remember?
That would cause me to like 2 matches. All right, I would double up on that motherfucker. Like, ain't no way no dog gonna say that shit to me.
This is the end, friend.
Awesome fire start.
And also, like, come on, like matches last like 5 seconds. This nigga had a whole rebuttal to this shit. Come on.
Here as a flame engulfed Chucky.
All right, my nigga, how much gasoline y'all put into the fireplace? Like, is the Ghost Rider finna hop out the goddamn front? Like, what is this?
Gets out of the fireplace and crawls all around the furniture.
This is a time where you take like the fire poker and you beat the doll to death with it. Instead of just watching him climb on your sofa and burn that bit. He's not even catching that shit on fire for real. 80s gimmicks.
Before finally burning down to a doll-shaped pile of ashes. And that really should be that. Of course it's not. Chucky comes back.
Holy shit, he's the Terminator. Oh, it's the baby Terminator.
As a scary-looking burnt boy, even though there's clearly more to him now than there appeared to be a minute ago.
I'm saying, because that's some movie magic.
Still, can't argue that it doesn't look awesome. And also very weird as he slowly walks towards Andy.
I like that effect.
Earlier shots of Chucky running were done with a simple camera dolly, but for the stalking burnt boy shot, they relied on their trusty suit performer. Though he was mostly played by animatronics, Chucky was sometimes a person in a suit. When he runs through the hallway in the background, for instance, he was played by David Kirshner's 2-year-old neighbor, Hunter Marks. But
this man Kirshner's putting everyone on, putting his neighbor child on. He probably put his mailman on God.
Ed Gale is the true MVP of Chucky's suit performers, and deserves more recognition than he gets.
That's a little person. That's not a child.
Michigan-born actor was born with dwarfism, and prior to Child's Play, had been Howard the Duck. He'd later be another killer doll in Dolly Dearest. Gale tried to replicate the movements of Yeager's animatronics.
He runs too adultish, I ain't gonna lie. He has to run like a child. He has to run, like, he has to start, like, he has to do all the child. He can't run like an adult. That takes it away.
He's also a total boss, and did the extended, unforgettable fire stunt.
Okay.
They really set his ass on fire though? Oh man, the commitment.
Stop.
This was done on a set that was built 30% larger than their usual one, since Gale was about 30% larger than a Chucky doll. Ed Gale's work was critical when they couldn't use an animatronic, and boy did he look terrifying in that Chucky mask. Another little chase scene happens, this one with a Shining reference, and eventually Karen starts blasting the doll away. First,
The head of the doll is the biggest part of that fucker's body. Please shoot his head. Shoot at the head. You keep shooting at the chest. Shoot at his big ass lollipop head. Please.
It's the head, then a hand, then
how about to say
a leg, like she went to the Joe Biden Police Academy. A couple of shots up close empties the gun and hopefully sends the doll to 7th.
No, keep going. Stomp that nigga out. Keep going.
Heaven. And that's when Norris's partner, Officer Mustache, shows up. Dude doesn't believe.
Oh, so fucking convenient. The motherfucker with a handlebar mustache appears on the scene. Nigga's probably filming a porn or something, I don't know.
Believe Norris when he says it was the doll. Come on, this thing? It's just burnt plastic. Absolutely nothing to worry about.
So you really did have to destroy the heart, huh? Because like this makes he's like at what percent is he human though? Like they don't specify. He just turned into a human. What percent? 10%, 20%? It doesn't really matter, huh? Because like this thing's still alive right now with his head cut off. I thought taking his head off would matter, but no.
Even with
ain't no fucking way that a grown ass man is finna get choked out by a little ass doll that got burnt and shot damn near to pieces. If you die like that, I don't know what you gonna say to God, whoever. I don't know what you gonna say. Like, I died because a doll choked me out. Like, huff.
Chucky's head cheerleading his body, Karen's able to stop this last attack.
Like no, nigga. Was he about to shoot the fucking? Come on. You was about to shoot the doll while he was still choking out your partner? Come on. That was not finna go like that.
Back and toss the torso to the ground.
You keep throwing the fucker. Please just stab him in the heart. Please stop throwing him. Please stop throwing him. Please.
Norris takes aim and fires, finally killing Chucky by shooting him through the heart.
Okay, so how does like Chucky 2 and all that? Like, how does that go?
It is a nasty sight to see, with a delightful dying doll noise to hear.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Oh, that's okay. That's that. If I was like 7 years old, that would give me nightmares, man.
Though he'll be back later, Chucky's dead for now. Everyone leaves and the
okay, how does he cut back? I guess still we see post-credit scene like in a Marvel's movie.
Movie ends with a totally unnecessary.
You leaving the hold on, wait, you leaving him in the room? So you gonna leave the serial killer doll in the room, burnt up. You gonna turn off the lights like you tucked his ass in for bedtime. That's what you finna do? Please, and I mean please, confiscate all the pieces of the doll and use it as evidence. Why are you just... Who's gonna believe you? Who's gonna believe you? It's an 80s movie, no one's gonna believe you.
Sari freeze frame. How many good guys and gals got good and gutted? Let's find out. After I open this present from Zoran. Ha, he shouldn't have.
Who did that effect? Cause that's a W effect, man.
I told you once before, and I'll fucking do it.
Who did this green screen? I like this green screen. It seems like he's like in the... I would say... You ever seen like Harry Potter, like when he died? And like he was in that train... That's what it looks like. Like he in a train station with Harry Potter.
Again, 6 people died in Child's Play. 5 dudes, including Chucky as a doll, and 1 Aunt Maggie. And here, we'll have a running tally for this series. Chucky specifically killed 4 people. 1 with a knife, 1 with a hammer, 1 with fire, and 1 with electricity.
This dude trying to get... Oh, I like this attention to detail. He up in it. He up in the... I like this. I like this.
Let's see how creative the little bastard gets. Finally, a runtime of 87 minutes left us with a kill on average every 14.5 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill
to Chucky, right?
Chucky in his doll form. Whether you include everything he went through in this movie's final sequence, or...
He's like the Terminator, but like a plush doll. Come on.
Just the gunshot to the heart. It is gross the way this doll melts and bleeds all.
He's actually bleeding. So how I just realized it. So he's bleeding when you shoot him in the heart, but he's not bleeding when you cut his head off, or shoot his head off. Okay.
All over the place. Doll machete for lamest kill will go to Charles Lee Ray the Human. Voodoo escape or not, the Lakeshore Strangler was brought down by some bullets. And you know what? Chuck's a funny guy, so let's do a new award just for this series. The champion Chuckle for funniest part. The inaugural winner probably should be Batter Up, but
where he really killed the kid, but it's a movie, so he just knocked him out.
I'm gonna go with my personal favorite. And that's it. Child's Play came out in 1988 and kicked off one of my all-time favorite horror franchises. I'm so glad to be looking at it again. Until next time, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count.
Alright. That was The Kill Count. Shout out James A. Janice, man. Great videos as always. But if you like the video and you don't like plushies, you know, leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace. W Riz. Oh, my fault. That's dead. My bad.